Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime. So I am making kind of a one-off video. I'm making a one-off video because I just reached my November goal, which was 300 subscribers. So I want to thank each and every one of you who have subscribed to the channel. It means a lot to me. And I realized that a while back, I wrote up the way I do the channel in kind of a weird way. And what I mean by this, so there is a concept about why, like finding your why. It's by, I'm probably gonna mispronounce the last name, but it's by Simon Sinek. And I'll put a link to a video right here about finding your why. But anyway, so it goes into, the example he gives is kind of computers. Like people, what is it? It's a computer. Or we want to get people out there and using the internet. How do we do it? We sell them a computer. Like that is our company's mission. And I realized for a long time ago, it's like, well, what do? I do wine reviews. How do I do it? I do them sometimes in a quirky manner. Not a lot of people know why I do it. So that's why I want to take a moment to kind of talk about it. So I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to go starting from the why, coming to the how and the what. So why I do wine reviews and why I've been doing this YouTube channel and why I've had a wine blog for the last 5 years. I think most wine reviewers are kind of they try to talk above your head. They don't really kind of simplify it. They have point scales and all sorts of other stuff. And to be quite honest, they're not even really consistent in that. So there have been a lot of studies that show wine reviewers will kind of rate something a 93. And then if you give them a couple other wines and stuff like that, and then you give them the same wine again, they'll rate it a 91. Then you give them a couple different wines, or the same wine back to back sometimes, and they'll rate that one a 95, or an 84, or something like that. Their ratings are all over the place. They're very rarely consistent. And so, I don't think that someone who can sit there and say, oh, this is a 93-point wine, will actually give you a good score that you can actually internalize. And so, that's one of my whys, and that's why I have my rating system of just kind of plain words. Because if I'm drinking this wine and I get a reaction out of it, like the Chocovine video, if you haven't seen it, go take a look right here. The Chocovine was a bad wine. And I want to tell people it's bad. I don't want to say, oh, it's an 84. Because what does 84 mean to you? If you were someone who was fine with getting C's in school, an 84 is awesome. If you were someone who's a straight A student, 84 is bad. It doesn't mean much to the average person. It's not consistent. If I say it's bad, that is a word everyone recognizes, and that's why I use that rating scale. So that's one of the reasons why I do this. I feel like a lot of wine reviewers are kind of overly pretentious. Maybe saying they were a bad word. Well, it's kind of it is a bad word, but you know what I mean. Another reason why I do it. I think the wine industry, for a large part, has been shamming people into buying super expensive wine for a long time. And it's one of those things where, sure, there are some bottles of $60 wine that are far superior than anything you're gonna find below that. But the wine industry has grown and changed and competed with each other for so long and also matured that you can find really good wines for a lower price point now. And so, well, yes, if you can afford to buy $100 bottles of wine all the time, and that's what you want to use and entertain your guests and stuff, more power to you. Like seriously, I want to be there one day right there with you. Preferably drinking the wine you bought me. But not everybody can afford that, and I think a lot of people are scared to get into wine because they think it's going to be really expensive for them. And you can get into wine. You can do an entire wine flight for less than half of what a place like Wine Enthusiast is offering you. If you haven't seen that video, here's a link to it right here. I give you kind of an example walkthrough. Here are some things that you can go to places like Total Wine or other places and kind of look for. And you can do that same type of thing where you can spend much less on it. There are some really expensive bottles out there that you need to try because they're just different. But for the most part, you can still get a good concept of what wine is like around the world without breaking the budget, especially on each individual bottle. So that's one of the reasons why I do this channel too. And probably the final reason why I do this channel. I do this channel because, one, I find it really entertaining. It's just entertaining to me, and that's part of this last one, but the other one too is that I really appreciate what you guys contribute back to me too. The stuff that you guys send me on all my social media channels and the comments and individual emails helps me grow because I learn new things from you guys. I hear different things. I kind of find new things to go evaluate, and I try to find how to integrate those back into what I know about wine overall and how I do things on the channel. So even things like I had someone send me a thing saying, hey, I think you should really look into doing this with your lighting or this with your lens. I wasn't even wine related, but you know what, it helped me with the channel. I've had some people just flat out tell me, hey, your wine reviews are good, or hey, I don't really like your channel. Okay, there are other people who do wine reviews, and if you like mine, thank you. I appreciate that. But all this feedback and all these things that you guys send me really helps me grow in terms of just the quality I provide, the types of content I provide, and overall the types of things I know about wine. So I really appreciate that. And as I continue to grow what I know, I'm going to try to share it out as much as possible. So that's why I do it. How I do it is through YouTube and a blog, and just trying to find quirky ways of hooking your interest in a wine and providing you something that's not a stodgy wine review where I look at a wine and go, oh, this reeks of ancestral vines and Peruvian saddle leather. Like, no, I'm not going to be that guy. But I will tell you, I don't like this. Or it kind of tastes funny. Or it smells great. Or, oh my God, it's hot as hell, it's burning my throat. I will do all sorts of things like that because I think that resonates more. So that's how I do it. What I do, I try to be helpful. I try to be helpful to you, I try to be entertaining, and in the end, I hope that if you're at the store and you see one of my videos, or if you're looking around and you're trying to figure out like what wines to get for a party or for a dinner or something like that, and you come across one of my videos that's helpful to you, it gets the point across, and hopefully you have a chuckle at some point, or you roll your eyes, because there's plenty of those moments where I'm sure I deliver those as well. But that's the what. So now you know the why, you know the how, and you know the what, and you know what I do and why I do it. So hopefully you'll continue to tell your friends, pass it along, subscribe, and once again, thank you everyone who subscribed. I really appreciate it, and I just want to continue delivering this content. Your subscriptions help me do that. Your sharing on social media helps me do that, and your comments, especially your comments and any of that direct feedback you give me on any of those channels, really helps me do that. So I appreciate all that, and I'll see you guys again soon with another wine review. As a matter of fact, I probably need to go edit one right now, so I need to cut this video. Bye.